Hi guys, and welcome back to In the Yorkshire Garden. I just thought I'd do a little update video for you, and for myself as well. Just like keeping a diary and check on things. And today's the 22nd of April 2021. Yeah, so like I say, it's something that I can refer back to in the forthcoming years to keep a check on what's happening and when. And I thought I'd just share it with you. Excuse me. So what have I been doing today? Well, so far I'm not sure I did a video. I might have done, but anyway, these are laurel cuttings that I took from 3 plants that I bought excuse me, that I bought last year. I took these cuttings on the 8th of September 2020, and not all of them made it, but these 4 little beauties did, and they've got decent roots on them now, about what, an inch and a half long, several of them. So I've just repotted them up in bigger pots and their own pots, because they were all in about 2 or 3 in each one when I took them. So as you can see, there's lovely little growth coming even from the bottom there and the top. So really happy with those guys. I'm not sure how fast they grow, but it don't matter. Don't matter when it's an experiment, is it? Also, I think I did a video on clematis cuttings as well, and they failed. I was going to say that I've had no luck with clematis cuttings, but I have actually had one that survived, and I gave it to my cousin, that one. So I've just taken 3 more, and we're going to see how it pans out. I've taken 3 different varieties. One, the purpley pink one, I forgot the name of it now. I've got a bluey purpley one, dark one, which is Jack Manii. And if that's the way I have to pronounce it, I don't know, you might correct me. And also a beautiful one that my mum loved, this one, called Josephine, which is an hybrid, and I'm pretty sure it's a Minimosa. Is it Minimosa? Crossed with something else, because it really is nice. Excuse me. And I will be I'll show you some photos or video footage of it when they all flower. They had one original one, and I went and bought 2 more because they are absolutely stunning. So I could have them dotted around the house, one at back, one each side, and one at front. So yeah, so that's those. That's what I've been doing today. That fan palm seeds, nada. Nothing's showing us yet, so I'll keep his fingers crossed for that one. My chilies, I stuck some more passiflora seeds in as well. All the other ones I put in last year, they perished. I don't think that they were an hardy variety that I bought, that came from the fruit. But I've just put some more in potlaff because it's spring, and I think I planted them last year a bit too late really. So I thought if I get some in nowish, they've got summer to try and flourish a bit better. So I put a handful of them in there. Really technical, you know. The Cordyline australis that I bought, Cordyline, sorry, nothing's happening as yet, but I'm going to be patient with them just to see. No jalapenos as yet, no cayenne peppers as yet. I've got tons and tons of cherry tomatoes, Gardener's Delight, which I'm happy about. So they're coming on nicely. I've got some seeds from Spanish blueballs at the end there. They're all from my mum and dad's garden, which surprised me and popped up at the start of spring. So I'm going to see how they go as well. I've got loads of this green stuff on top. If anybody knows how to get rid of that, please let me know. Sweet Williams, 1 or 2 popping through. What else we got? Oh, sky blue delphiniums, also taken from seeds from the garden. Got 1 or 2 of them showing, so hopefully they'll come nice. More cherry tomatoes coming. I'm mowed out with them. More cherry tomatoes coming. Well, I've been pricking out from this one, so there's just 3 more. They pop through. No jalapenos in this one. Yeah, I've got jalapenos everywhere. Nothing from my gazania own seeds. Ones that you saw me taking from. They don't seem to have come through as yet. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know if they're viable seeds or not. But the ones that I sowed from the packet that I bought, they did come. Some little dahlias I found in my compost that have sprouted. So I'm going to bring them on a bit. Sunflowers, these are my emergency petunias. Because all my asters, well, they don't like being handled basically, and they do. Asters are a bit of a problem when you're growing them from seed, transporting them to, cell trays and stuff like that. I don't think I'll be doing them any longer. They're a lovely flower, but they've really let me down. So I think I've only got one or two, so I thought, right, I need to chuck in some emergency petunias for the garden. I've got 3 little trays here. And there's the gazanias that have survived me handling. Again, they can be quite delicate as well when you're transporting them. Got, more galarias, which are a similar flower to the gazanias. I think I've shown you them before, like that. And I think I lied on one of my videos as well, because I said that these were all the annuals. Well, some that I already had from last year, they've made it through winter, so I think I lied to you about that, and if I have, I am very, very sorry. Clematis from seed, they're doing quite well. I've had quite a number of them that have perished, either by cold or slug. But I'll just show you this one. This one seems to be doing alright. I've just put my trusty pop bottle over the top just to keep flies off it, and of course slugs as well. Another passion flower cutting there going. Some petunias which were popping up from everywhere, so I've potted them up and kept them because I need them to fill some gaps. My embryanthrums and the dahlias is in there, more gazanias at back, still nothing coming from them. Them are my own seeds as well at back. And these are my asters that they seem to have survived, and some more there. Yeah, bit of a shame that one. All my embryanthrums, I've got them in plastic greenhouses outside as well. So let's have a look at this other room. Yeah, I've got some pansies in there, looking a bit scraggy at the minute, but it should do alright. So if I get them, if I put them in the place where I wanted to grow. These are my lemon trees, my first ones that I took, and they're coming on a bundle. New growth happening, all looking really well. Especially this one. This is he's the daddy. So yeah, those are lemon tree cuttings. Similar sort of method to my laurel ones. In fact, they were lemon trees that I did first before my laurels. And then got some ones that have not been going as long as the ones above, apart from that one there. He's in that again. So there's more lemon trees for you. Jasmine. This is my first jasmine cutting that I've been successful with. Touching wood. I don't want to jinx it. So that's in the greenhouse, guys. This is my plastic greenhouse, and as you can see, got me a fuchsia cuttings here. They seem to be doing alright. Got some Ganesha there that were self-set, so I potted them up, which I'm going to be using. I've sown Ganesha seeds as well, but nothing seems to be coming. I've put them outside in plastic greenhouse because apparently they like to germinate in cooler weather. So that's what we're hoping for there, because inside normal greenhouse where heaters, they didn't want to play, apart from just one or two there. And they're a bit leggy. A couple of dahlias there. And some more in that one that I'm trying to get going. And I'll show you the where I've got the other dahlias, because I'm going to be taking cuttings from them, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Just a moment. Right then, here's where I've got all my other dahlias. I'm just going to shut the door. I hope you can see it. It's pretty dark in here. I've just put bulb on, but it's done no effect at all. Right then, so yeah, what I do with my dahlias to get them going, put them in these trays and cover them partially with muck, all the roots and that, and as you can see they're coming. Really strong strong shoots from the tubers. Now what you need to do, to take cuttings from these, here's some more over here, look. Oh, it's going to be, I should have split some of these actually, because they are rather big. I'll do it next year, too late now. I'll do it at end of season. They said do them, if you're going to do them in autumn, because then it gets a chance for the wound to heal up and dry out, and then it's ready for the next year. Even that little one's got some coming here. That one's absolutely massive. I could probably get a nice cutting off that if I can get some of the tuber wheat. You can do it with your nail or with a sharp, really sharp knife, and try and keep it as clean as possible. Right, so what you're supposed to do, and I was taught this by another YouTuber who, well, what he doesn't know about dahlias is not worth knowing. George from the Small Garden channel, he put a video up about these, and he shows you how to go on and all that. Now, I don't know where he is. He seems to have vanished off YouTube, and I'm just hoping and praying that him and his family are okay, like, with these uncertain times that we've been going through. But yeah, I want to big up George for learning me, teaching me this method of taking dahlia cuttings. And I'll go and grab a sharp knife now, and we'll have a look and see if we can get one. So we need it. About 4 centimetres. I'm showing you 4 centimetres of a shoot, and we must get some of the tuber for it to root, for the cutting to root. I'll go and grab a knife. Alright then, I'm trying to select a cutting to show you. You really want to be able to pick in one. Excuse me. Sorry about this, guys. I've got frog in my throat and you don't want to bugger off. As you can see from these, they're in a very hard to get to place, a nook and cranny. So I don't really want to be poking my knife in around there in case I do some more damage, because I really want to get a lot of that tuber at the base to enable it to grow roots. So I can't really do anything with this one. This one is being a bit awkward, and the shoots coming from everywhere. What you need to look for as well is make sure it's got eyes round the old stems. If it's got these eyes, it's going to be good. And keep that in mind when you're splitting dahlias as well. Sorry. I'll edit this later. So yeah, you want to keep that in mind when you're splitting dahlias, to make sure that both parts are going to have these eyes. I'm just looking at this one, and I thought it might have been a good candidate, but when I've lifted it up to have a proper look, there's multiple little shoots there, so I don't really want to interfere with this one too much. They're too small. That one's decent, but I've just discovered it's just one on itself, so I'm going to leave that alone and let him do what he does and work his magic and grow. Maybe next year might be able to take a few cuttings off that, because more of these tubers will actually grow in soil over summer and autumn and spring. Believe it or not. Well then. Mini dahlia. Cool. Again, I'm going to put that one in because he needs to establish himself. Move that. We're towing here, aren't we? We're yeah, I can't do anything with that. Nooks and crannies. Now then, over on this one. This one might be doable. I'll have a grab. Okay then, so as you can see, this one has an abundance of shoots. Brought it over here to the working area, and I think I'm going to go with these three here now. Very, very close together, and I think they might be attached to the same part of the tuber. So I'm thinking whether to take all three of them at once, and it doesn't hurt the tuber as well when you cut them. It's quite hardy and tough in that aspect of things. So don't be don't be scared to getting in there and cutting them out. I've just pushed away some of them up to see how far the tuber actually goes down. Actually, let me see if I can mount this camera and we'll dig them out. Okay, so I can't mount the camera, so I'm gonna have to do it one-handedly while I'm holding you guys. Right, these two I think are gonna have to come together. So these two here, and what I'll try and get this one with my thumb as well, because you can do it with your thumbnail if you've got a decent thumbnail. And I cut mine yesterday like an idiot, but never. Yeah, so if you can get to it really, really well, then you can do it with the thumb. So all right, let's get on with this. Stop messing about, just. So keeping in mind we need some of that tuber as well. It's really hard one-handed. A little bit stubborn. I'll just get in there. Alright. There we go. So that's going to make two cuttings, this one. You see I've got a bit of the tuber there. Oh, here we go. I've got bits of the tuber there. And what I'm going to do, well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. In potting shed. Just get this other one. I can get to it a little bit better now. Right, where's the tuber? In fact, I might leave this guy for another week or so, I think, because he's still a little bit too small. I think these are ideal. So what, 4 or 5 centimeters to maybe 2.5 inch. I ain't got my tape on me, but anyway, yep, I'm going to separate these and I'm going to show you at potting shed how we're going to do these, make them into cuttings. I do. Right then, so got these two cuttings here, 2 cuttings in one, and I'm going to show you what to do now. So I'm going to separate these guys like so. So we've got 2 separate cuttings there. As you can see, you must have a bit of the tuber, because that's where the roots are going to come from. And same with this one as well. As you can see, nice clean cut. And these are going to lose a lot of water straight away by being separated from the tuber. So what I'm going to do to make it to help it along a little bit is strip some of these bottom leaves off, like so. Actually, I'll leave that one because it's got a little bit of tuber on it, that little shoot there. So yeah, strip some more off. And that should be okay like that. Get rid of these bits. And the same for this one. Same with any cutting really. If you take some of the leaves off and just leave them enough to be able to grow, it does help it a lot and it won't become dehydrated. So right, they are ready to go into soil. What soil I've got this, a little bit sandy, a little bit multi-purposey, and quite a lot of perlite, because I want the soil to be aerated so it don't get damp and stale and rot any roots or rot the cutting away. So that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to use. Bob some in this. Like I say, I'll be doing some more cuttings as well as the other ones get bigger. But these ones are just perfect size to be taking a Dahlia cutting. There we go, get my dibber in there and one there each corner, so they're facing each other. Now I've got some rooting powder. I'm going to do it for the sake of video, but you don't really have to use it if you don't want to. They do work without using without a dipper powder, so it's up to you really. If it's your first time and you just want extra security, if I can say it, then go for it. You know, get your rooting powder in, and then once you're comfortable with it, try it with that. That's what it's all about, experimenting. So that's in the corner like that, gently. And his mucker is going to go at the other side there. Just like that. Tommy Cooper, legend. A little bit more soil just to top it up. The soil mix. So yeah, I'm using, just to clarify, a little bit of seedling and cutting compost, a bit of multi-purpose, and quite a decent handful of perlite as well. Like I said, just to keep it aerated. And there we go. Just pop that in. Plenty of water. That's not working very good. Yeah, go for it. Good. Here we go. I'm going to label it up. I've actually got some nice Dahlias in garden that are still in garden. You're supposed to dig them up, really. Well, some people do, some people don't. I usually dig them up just so they don't get frostbitten and die. But I might just see how they're doing now and see if I can get any cuttings off them ones that are buried in garden. So, Dahlia cuttings. Excuse me. I'll put the date on the back, which is 22nd of April 21. And there we go, ladies and jelly spoons. That's how to take Dahlia cuttings. And once again, big thanks to George for this, for showing us how to do this. I hope he's okay, and I send my love to all his family. Alright, that's it for this one then, guys. So please subscribe and hit the bell for more videos, and I'll see you next time on In This Yorkshire Garden.